Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to War Thunder, and interestingly enough, welcome aboard the F-4C Phantom 2. A nice person in the comment section of my F8U2 Crusader video actually requested me to make a video on this aircraft, and I thought, well, it's very interesting to play the F-4C now because you're essentially digging yourself into the hole. You're playing the worst Phantom in the game. You don't have any internal cannons, you need to bring a gun pod if you want guns. You only get AIM-9Ds, AIM-9Es, they're not great, but they're not terrible. And at BR 10.0, you're basically outperformed by everything. But we're going to see what we can do here. Now, as you can see, we've already shot down an A-5C who lacks this very important thing called situational awareness and entered the dive with me just a few plane lengths behind him. Now, we come out of this dive here and turn into this Harrier here. Now, he's braking left and popping flares, but I do see this MiG-21 low energy braking right and determine him to be a bit more of a threat. So get some guns on him and set him on fire. Lovely stuff. Now we need to get some energy back here because we're very low and a little bit slow for my liking. So we're going to gain some altitude here, afterburners on, and we're going to pull into this A5 here because I don't think he sees us. So we finish this ML man, get a Sidewinder off at this fella, although he does see the missile coming and he pops flares. It looks like it's going to hit him, but unfortunately it does not. And I lack situational awareness after not seeing this other A5, who, unluckily enough for him, breaks in front of me as I get guns on him and set him on fire after a lovely overshoot. Now this Su-7 on the other hand may not be so unfortunate. As I try to roll out of the way, and luckily enough my team actually gets a missile on him right before he shoots me down, which is lovely. Thank you very much, team. Anyway, we're up to 3 kills now, and I see this F5 and MiG-21 harassing this F-100 over here, so we're going to see what we can do. The MiG-21 looks like he's been critically damaged, and he went into a flat spin and got shot down by that Starfire there. Not a problem. Anyway, missile off on the F5. I think it's a Shenyang F5 by looks of things. And I didn't think it would hit him until that happened, only like however long that was later, which I'm surprised that actually hit him, to be fair. But in any case, we're back up to speed and we're going to burst climb after this A5 up here. Now we're going to try and get a missile off on him after he tries to fight this F5, although we're actually both climbing after him, and he enters a downward spiral, not only gaining energy but also starting to outturn us here. I thought I'd hit him with those guns there, maybe get a lucky shot, but unfortunately that was not the case. Now, he puts smoke on, he knows he can outturn me, I know he can outturn me, so I'm just going to disengage here. I know it's probably not a good idea to dogfight this guy, as we put the nose down and get some energy back, and we're going to do a little loop here. We're quite low on fuel as well, we've only got 9 minutes, because I only bought 20 minutes of fuel initially with most of these games. Anyway, we're nose onto him, tried to get a radar lock, thinking I had the AIM-72s that would track him a bit earlier, but that did not happen. So, we get some guns on, and get a very tasty 5th kill. Now, it's not every day that you get ace games with the F-4C in this current meta. It's got no flares as well, did I mention that? Speaking of mentioning stuff, have I mentioned the merch store yet? I'd very much appreciate it if you went to check it out, and it would support me and the channel as well. Anyway, sorry about the absolutely shameless self-promotion there. Anyway, Su-7, new game, doesn't see us coming. We get a missile onto him through a little bit of drifting as he breaks into us there. Lovely first kill, and the first kill of the whole game as well, judging by the first strike achievement there. Now, MiG-17, who is a little bit far in front of us, looks like he's giving our AV-8 over here a little bit of trouble, so I'm going to lock him up. I'm going to close the distance a bit, because contrary to that last missile in the last game, I don't think this missile's going to make a 3 kilometre distance. So, Fox 2, it's tracking. I believe Harry just called for cover, or that might have been a different person, but in any case, that's a 2nd kill. Lovely stuff. And we're going to do an Immo man here to put us on the tail of this MiG-17 as we come through this loop and roll out. He does actually break into us here, so I may be able to get some guns on. Completely missed that. I failed to notice that MiG-21 who was actually burst coming up to me until now, so that could have gone worse. But in any case, disengaging here. We do not want to get caught up in a furball, especially in an aircraft like the Phantom. So I was going to break right here and sort of turn around, but I noticed these MiG-17s and MiG-21s here, so I'm actually going to break left into them now. This MiG-17 trying to get a solution. We're going to break upwards to throw his guns off because he doesn't have very good roll authority at all, which is good for me anyway, not so much for the MiG-17 pilot. Now head on with a MiG-21, try to hit him. Admittedly, I'm incredibly embarrassed how I missed that shot. He didn't even try to shoot at me by the looks of things. Anyway, MiG-17AS down here, get some guns, and not before he gets killed by a missile. But that's fine, there is still plenty of enemies and we still have plenty of ammunition. We're not looking so good in terms of fuel, but as long as we can dispose of the enemy team before we run out, so to speak, then we should be okay. Anyway, MiG-21 coming head on here, get some guns, and roll out of the way of his cannons. A very, very early burst from me there, but clearly it worked because he's been critically damaged. Now, I don't think he's in fighting condition, which is well and good, so we're just going to carry on here. I do look behind me, and I do see him closing. However, I believe we can outrun him here, because like I said, the Phantom is, as ever, a brick with engines. Now, missile on that MiG-17, third kill, lovely stuff. MiG-21 goes down after we hit him, fourth kill, lovely stuff. Come through this little loop here, onto the 6 o'clock of a unlucky MiG-21 F-13. That's a lovely fifth kill with a fantastic little missile launch there. And that is, in fact, another ace game. Don't ask me how I'm doing this, I would like to know myself. Maybe it's the quote-unquote plot armor that my clanmates claim I have. I can neither confirm nor decline these accusations, but in any case, another game. Diving on this Harrier GL1 here, gonna see what we can do. My aim in this little engagement is terrible. I'm used to having the internal gun pods. Well, I say it's terrible, I do critically damage him here. It's this little shenanigan here, this singular shenanigan, where I failed to hit him with at least 2 seconds worth of ammo until the last second. Again, I think it's because the gun pod is mounted so low down on the aircraft, whereas aircraft like the F-4C have the nose-mounted cannon, which is a lot easier to aim in my not so humble opinion. But in any case, one kill, lovely stuff. We're going to head towards the battle here as we climb for altitude with full afterburner on. I'm trying to decide who to engage here, and I noticed this J-35A Draken on the deck. He's very low altitude. He's just burst climbed, which is never a good thing to do with a Draken because you lose all your energy just getting your nose up. And looks like he's going evasive on this A5 here. And he does avoid the A5, although by doing so puts himself into a super stall, of which we will happily abuse, so to speak. That's another kill. Anyway, MiG-21 almost goes head on with me. I get guns on. That's a lovely third kill here. Now, going to break right into this Harrier once again. I'm not quite sure which Harrier this is, but it doesn't matter because we're on his 6 and he can't shoot us when we're behind him. So it's a GR3. Tried to get a missile off of him. That was very ambitious. Completely misses, but we go for guns and get a lovely fourth kill. Now, MiG-21 going vertical in front of us. Very luckily for us. I was considering a missile launch here, but there's just too much going on, so I just go for guns. Set him on fire as he's desperately popping flares, thinking I was going to get a missile launch, but I'm F-4C with A9Es, and I'm going to track him anytime soon. Anyway, that is another ace game, and probably the fastest ace game I think I have ever had in the F-4C, as we try to look up this Yak 38 here and try to get the last blow achievement, but we end up critically hitting him instead of killing him, which is fair enough. Anyway, last game, MiG-19 here, or MiG-19S I should say. We tried to get a Sparrow on him, doesn't track and he sees it coming, which is fine, so we break our radar lock here and begin a dogfight, which probably isn't the wisest thing to do, as we switch to our A9Es here. Try to follow him through the vertical. I thought he was going to carry on with that loop, so we'd end up going head on with each other, but that doesn't appear to happen, so I take the opportunity to get a missile launch off on him. Very, very ambitious considering his higher altitudes, higher energy and heading away from us. Needless to say, that missile failed to connect with him. Now, I tried to break away here, noticed that he was actually keeping tabs on me that entire time and gets behind me as I try to turn around here, so I'm going to try to cut underneath him here, as he does actually get a few hits on me, but luckily, once again, this whole accusation of plot armor comes into play here. They spark, It's not every day in our F-4C Spark. Well, from experience anyway, that may or may not necessarily be true, but in any case, we tried to follow him through into a little dogfight here. I was trying to keep a missile locking him just in case he, I guess, blacked out or something and gave me a very quick missile solution as he lost control. Anyway, taking things through into a vertical here. I thought I could get some guns on, but it doesn't really matter seeing as that A10 down there manages to slap him with an A9L. Lovely stuff. Now, there are lots of ground pounders by the looks of things. Mostly A10s and maybe one or two fighters on the deck. So we're going to go and see what we can do. Now the thing with the A10 is they are very, very easy targets as long as they're not looking at you. Because keeping in mind, A9Ls are all aspect missiles. They can get a lock on you from like upwards of 3 kilometers or something. And they have a really long burn time as well. So their range isn't something to, you know, to cough at. Anyway, A10A here, he's already died. There's another one in front of us. Is that the phrase? To cough at? I don't know. Anyway, Fox still with this A10. Lovely stuff. I think that's a second kill there. Now, I noticed this A10 is very much coming head on with us, and that is not an engagement I want to take. Not only because of the missiles, but because of his 30mm anti-everything Gatling gun. So, or is it a chain gun? Same difference. Anyway, what I do next is quite interesting, because this A10, there's no way of putting it outside of him needs to die, so I know he's looking at me once again, so I'm not going to give him a missile solution by... I'm just going to turn my engines off here. I'm going to force the head on, which is the only choice I really have given the circumstances. Now, we're both dead, technically. The difference is, I'm missing a wing, whereas he's missing the majority of his aircraft, so we're going to turn our engines back on here and do something which I didn't think was actually possible until I did this. We're actually going to try to head back to base here with our afterburners on, trying to get some altitude back, and the world's most shoddy approach here, and about to land. I say land, sort of ditch. Lovely stuff. The side of the aircraft absorbed the majority of that impact there, which is fine. The pilot and the Wizzo both seem to be okay. I'm just hoping our ground crew was able to repair us given the damage done, and they do actually start to repair us. It's a 1.5-minute repair, and we get back into a battle. There's one guy left, and I didn't want to sort of test my luck after what just happened. I thought we'd best win this game while we're ahead, so me and the team decide to go ground pounding here as I'm hitting a few armoured cars, just trying to accelerate the ticket bleed, so to speak. And we're very, very close to winning this game, as you can see through the tickets there. I think we just need to kill one more armoured car, and that'll be game. I should have bought some ground ordnance in hindsight, but all is well, because armoured cars tend to not do very well against a 20mm Vulcan cannon nonetheless, especially with armoured target belts. And yeah, team's asking where he is here, but that doesn't really matter, because we've just won the game. Anyway, thank you guys ever so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. Check out the merch store, please. It would really help support me and the channel. And yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.